This is the opening of the Wayans brothers.
This might be just an outtake. Okay.
And it's a ticket talking Mazda for the biggest. That's a comma and a comma and a comma. Gotta get it, get it.
And it's a ticket talking Mazda for the biggest. That's a comma and a comma and a comma. Gotta get it. A comma and a comma and a comma. Gotta get it, get it, get it, get it. Comma and a comma. Gotta get it, get it. And it's a ticket talking Mazda for the biggest. That's a comma and a comma and a comma. Gotta get it. A comma and a comma and a comma. Gotta get it, get it, get it, get it. Comma and a comma. Gotta get it. And it's a ticket talking Mazda for the biggest. That's a comma and a comma and a comma. Gotta get it. A comma and a comma and a comma. Gotta get it, get it, get it, get it. Comma and a comma. Gotta get it, get it. And it's a ticket talking Mazda for the biggest. That's a comma and a comma and a comma. Gotta get it. A comma and a comma and a comma. Gotta get it, get it, get it, get it. Comma and a comma. Gotta get it, get it.
Good morning. Welcome to the Taylor Tilton Show. I'm Christie Taylor, and this is...
Good morning. I am Tina Tilton. Wow, you sound great.
Nothing a little orange juice with cayenne pepper and turmeric can't fix.
I love it. And as long as you don't have that Dollar Tree headset anymore, I'm good. Because you sound great.
Well, thank you very much. And good morning, everybody. Welcome to the Taylor Tilton Show. Matter of fact, welcome to the last Taylor Tilton Tuesday. The last Taylor Tilton Tuesday of 2022. Yes. We are in the last.
Hold on. That is a tongue twister. The last Taylor Tilton Tuesday of 2022. Why didn't we think of that? We should have had something big. We should have went out and styled this today. We should have been doing something.
Well, we will have to come up with something very good. We're going to have to come up with, by the end of the show, I should have something that's pretty decent.
Oh, you got something?
Maybe have a little trick that's Halloween. I might have a little end of the year sparkles, fireworks, Okay, cheers. Yeah. We might have
like that. I like that. End of year cheers. Okay.
End of year cheers. Oh my goodness. So the Taylor Tilton Tuesday, which of course starts off here at 9:00 Central Standard Time, Memphis, Tennessee. We are on Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, and of course, we have an opportunity for me and Tina to kind of check in with each other, find out what the weekend was like, to talk about whatever's going on in our life. And we've been doing this over a year. We celebrate that in November. And here we are at the end of 2022, the last Taylor Tilton Tuesday of 2022. And I think this is a good time, first of all, to do our recap, because this is a holiday weekend. You know, I told you this is the holiest time of the year, from Christmas to Kwanzaa to Christie Taylor's birthday, and of course the New Year's celebration. So Tina, you go first. Oh, wait a minute, hold on. The Taylor Tilton Show is brought to you by
Taylor Consulting and the Podcast Center. Now, what do you want me to go on about?
Okay, wait a minute. She is muffled, ladies and gentlemen. We're gonna have her do that again. Let's do a take two.
Hold on.
Okay, the Taylor Tilton Show is brought to you by
Christie Taylor Consulting and the Podcast Center. Now, what am I supposed to be talking about?
Okay, so we're going to start off with our Christmas weekend recap. Tina Tilton. Okay.
Do we have to?
Are you exhausted? You sound exhausted.
Yes, I am. Extremely. But I can recap. I'm here still to recap. I'm going to play along. I'm a team player.
Corey Garcia, good morning and happy Taylor Tilton Tuesday to you. And yes, I received that early birthday gift from you. Thank you, my love. Oh, Tina has $1. No, she's talking about my dollar store headset. Oh, all right. Okay. You sound like you had the Dollar Tree.
Oh, I'm not even on one, so I don't know how I sounded muffled. I don't know what I did differently. I don't know.
Well, you
Maybe I
sound
put my finger over there.
amazing now. You sound amazing now. Sandra Hill
Thank you.
Wilson, good morning.
Hey, good morning.
All right, Taylor Tilton Tuesday, Tina Tilton's Christmas weekend recap
Oh,
begins
wow.
now.
Christy, I tell you, well, first of all, I want to say thank you to my family who were very supportive, because this year, as they say, this Christmas, I had the opportunity on Christmas Eve and Christmas Day to host Christmas parties. When I say host, typically, and I'm so serious on this, typically in my 50 years of being on this earth, typically my dad and his wife, they do Christmas Eve at their house. And when I say they do it, my stepmom, she normally cooks. I mean, she prepared. When I say she lays out a spread, this lady lays out a spread every Christmas. However, this Christmas, she was not in the best health. And and this is probably going to be ongoing. And because of that, we had to step up. Me being the oldest, I had to step up to the plate and say, all right, siblings, this is what we got to do. We're going to have to cook this year for Christmas, for our Christmas Eve dinner. And but my other siblings were busy. So dad just said, like, you come up with a menu, you figure it out, you. And I did. I figured it out. He said, I got the ham, anything else, you figure it out. I said, oh my gosh. So I came up with a menu. He loves Olive Garden salad. So we had Olive Garden salad, bread, we had baked chicken, we had lasagna, we had corn, we had green beans, and shucks, I feel like I'm missing something, but nonetheless, it wasn't a big, huge, extensive meal like stepmom normally prepares, but I still prepare that meal. Those meals, honey, I was in that kitchen cooking, and it was good, and it was gone. They took them to go place. Do you understand me? So that was, yeah. So that was Christmas Eve, but on Christmas Day, okay, typically mom hosts Christmas Day parties at her house because she cooks, but this Christmas, mom's hand.
Okay, so you are officially on a Dollar Tree store headset. All right, keep on talking, baby. We're going to hear you in a minute while I eat my banana nut muffin. I decided to spring the banana nut muffin today instead of my oatmeal.
Normally.
Okay, keep on. So normally your mom cooks, okay, your stepmom and father usually do Christmas Eve, and you're saying your mom usually handles Christmas, but this year you are now, Tina, you are now the matriarch of your family.
I know, and I felt it. And so this Christmas, the party was at my house, and I prepared the spaghetti, and mom did muster up the energy to fry some chicken. So she did bring her fried chicken over. We had more baked chicken. Gosh, what else did we have? Girl, I forgot. I am so for real tired, because keep in mind, not only did I have to prepare it, but I also had to purchase the food first. So, you got to go in the store, shop for it, and fight with the Christmas crowd of people that are getting food. So I was like, ooh, now I see how it feels to be Big Mama, because, oh boy, I don't know how Big Mama did it.
All those years. Okay, so Tina, this is the year you also turned 50, and we'll get more into the year of 2022, but you turning 50 has now put you squarely in the matriarchal seat. Oh my God, Queen Tina.
So wow, you are so right.
You are now Big Mama. Without all
yes,
the big
I am Big Mama. But don't forget, I still had 2 little children to get gifts for. Wrap presents. So Big Mama wasn't doing it. No, it was for her grandchildren. It wasn't for her children. So that's a little different too. But
we're gonna blame you all for, we'll blame you for having children in your 40s. But the only reason why you should be having grandkids by now. What?
Oh boy.
Tina
it was
now
great.
Big
It was great.
Mama. All ladies and gentlemen, Tina is now officially Big Mama. You did
Never
Christmas
mix me up.
and Christmas back to back. First of all, can I
Back to back.
say, I
Yeah.
have heard of people doing like a Christmas Eve lunch or a brunch, and then having a big Christmas dinner. But you did 2 dinners back to back.
Yes.
So
Yes.
I salute you, sis. I salute you. Oh, wait a minute.
Aw.
Corey said, "This Christmas," he's singing it. Oh wow.
Yeah, this Christmas.
Okay, Tina, did Christie tell you about the candy canes? And the answer is yes. I text her.
Yes.
Wait a minute. But let me tell you, Corey, before I could text her, she texted me a whole video from a store. So I need Tina to tell me about you and Amy's adventures with the candy canes.
Yeah, well, we were out at we went to the Walmart on Kirby Whitten. I forget we were going there to get something that Amy needed, and we decided to go and stroll the seasonal aisle. Well, as we were there, oh my gosh, Eureka! There were mounds and mounds of Brock's candy canes on that aisle. And I said, wait a minute, hold it. I came in this store approximately 3 or 4 days ago. There were none on the aisles where facing when you first walk in the store. That's where they used to be. But they obviously had shuffled those Brock's candy cane to a seasonal aisle in the midst of the grocery department part of the store.
Oh, wow.
And there were many. I said, I gotta record this for Christy. And I sent it to Christy, and then Christy replied, Corey D. Garcia just sent me a picture of all these Brock's candy canes.
At the Millington
what
store.
Was that? In the Millington store, yeah. So Amy and I, we picked up about 5 Brock's packages apiece.
Ooh,
yeah. We ate 2 boxes, and that was probably since Thursday.
Oh my goodness.
They're gone. Hey, that's a very inexpensive addiction, honey. It beats cocaine and stuff like that,
Well, candy canes, you never know. They are white and red, so we don't know what that white stuff is. We don't know what the white stuff is. Corey said, go ahead. Because Corey is shouting you out as well. He said, go ahead, Mud dear. And Sandra Hill Wilson said, Tina Tilton, kudos, sis. I know that's right. Anybody else, if y'all want to drop what your Christmas menu was this weekend, please let us know. Drop in the comments.
Love to hear that.
Out. So
you know what, Christy? I honestly almost forgot about today's podcast. I ain't gonna tell you wrong. I'm tired. I'm ready to go back to bed as soon as 2 o'clock hits. Oh, I'm gonna be like, all right, good night for real. Good night. I'm out.
Good night for real. Well, let me tell you that are you through with your did you do anything else for Christmas weekend?
Did I do any what? I'm sorry.
Besides the candy cane and the 2 dinners, did you do anything else? You wrapped the gifts. Oh, the children, you got to tell me what the girls felt about Christmas morning when they woke up to their gifts.
My daughter is so funny. So she woke up the day prior to. So she woke up Christmas Eve morning at 2:48 a.m. saying that she could not sleep. Baby, you just woke everybody up in the house because the door thing goes ding dong when the kids step out of their room. So we know that they're out. Hey, what you doing out your room? Sorry, not sorry. But nonetheless, at 2:48. But so we were expecting the same thing on Christmas Day. But no, my child decides to get up at 8:00 a.m. when she normally does. Girl, that ain't what they do. Where they do that at? Do you know Santa comes after midnight? All you got to do is give a couple of hours and then wake up 2, 3 o'clock in the morning. No, not my child. She woke up at 8:00.
She slept in on Christmas.
She sure did. I mean, we left the Christmas tree lights on and everything for her, and she did not. I mean, when she woke up at 8:00, it was sun. It was sun shining through the house. So the Christmas lights, everything was just, it was a wash. Null and void. But there were plenty of gifts under the tree that they just was just tearing those gifts apart. So they had a good time. And she has a camera, honey. She's been snapping pictures with her little camera ever since she got it.
Okay, so now I can officially say she's a part of Tina Tilton's production because I've been telling you it is time for Olivia to come into the kitchen. You know how they say, kids, come in here and learn how to cook. Yeah, she'll be coming to the studio, and she will be our photographer. She will be taking headshots. She will be the one doing the behind the scenes shots. All right, Olivia, get good, honey. Auntie Christie has now announced officially you are part of Tina Tilton Productions.
Yay, mommy baby!
Exactly. She is our official photographer.
Well, I don't know, because when you say headshots, then that's exactly what she did. She left off everybody's head. She took a family photo. Lord, honey, all you could see were bodies, no heads, except the baby girl's head because she was the shortest. Other than that, no heads were shown. So we got to work on Olivia, but she'll get there.
You know, I would just say that was an artistic choice that she was making. You know, we're going to put it on that.
Okay. Well, what about yours, Christy? That was my busy Christmas Eve schedule.
Somewhere in this, you were out slicking and sliding on these winter streets because our winter freeze hit on Thursday evening, going into Christmas Eve, into Christmas Day, into yesterday, the first day of Kwanzaa. Yes, it was above freezing. I hibernated. I totally took the weatherman at his word. I promise you, but I love, pandemic style situations where you can't go outside. You know what I'm saying? Oh, we got to lock up. Honey, I was in the house from Thursday to the first day of Kwanzaa, being yesterday. Yes. But I will say, honey, I was chilled, but I will say on Thursday, before I did go inside the house and hibernate, I stopped by my girl, amazing artist. Please go to her website, lurlinfranklin.com. And she is an acclaimed visual artist, but she also has a strong heart for our Memphis communities. And she has partnered with the Orange Mound Art Gallery. And every year, starting last year, she has this thing called Christmas Meets Kwanzaa, where different artisans and artists get together and sell their wares and artwork. And I was supposed to go on Wednesday, got crazy busy, but I made it Thursday. And I had a good time, had a chance to take pictures, went live. And just as I went live, one of the ladies who has some amazing, what would you say, repurposed clothing, because she takes like jean and denim and funks it up. Oh my God, just amazing stuff. She came in, I chatted with her. And a lot of these people are from the, Orange Mound. So they are, of course, diehards. If you don't know anything about Memphis, Orange Mound was one of the first Black town, well, I guess it's a communities built for by Black people. Look it up, Orange Mound, Memphis, Tennessee. That's how they say it, Orange Mound, Memphis, Tennessee. And then I bought some earrings and some other things, something I got a gift for you. Once, we already said we'll gift each other once the weather thawed out. And so I did that, and then I made it to the house and just hibernated, honey. Once the weather dropped and everything, it was really a weekend of I would get up and do breakfast. I did do full breakfasts. I made myself full breakfast, and then I think Christmas Eve afternoon, because remember I hibernated from Thursday night till Monday morning.
That's so crazy. Okay. Never here.
And wait a minute. And yes, I did cover Fifi, my Fiat. I put something over there because just in case I wasn't going nowhere, but just in case I did, I didn't want all that ice on her. So somebody and we
you only needed 2 plies of tissue to cover Fifi. That's it.
Fifi got covered so the ice wouldn't get on her. And specifically the windshields. And but I did do breakfast every morning, a full breakfast. And I also cooked I know you have never had my spicy spaghetti.
I have not.
Most people don't know. I don't cook, ladies and gentlemen. I am from the South. And I'm going to say that by tradition and the looks of me, I'm a full figure sister from the South. And most men back in the day used to say, I know you could cook. And once they got to know me, they'd be like, what happened to you? No, what you know by looking at me is I know you can eat. That's what you should be saying. I know you can eat. I'm a foodie, ladies and gentlemen. I'm not a chef or a cook or a culinary artist. I cannot go in there like Tina and do Big Mama and walk out with a soul food menu.
Oh yeah, I got a soul food spread for sure. Yeah, 2 cakes.
No.
Now I bought those cakes, but
So I did do spaghetti. I took my time and cooked my spaghetti, and I had to put on jazz music or something that's very calming when I'm in the kitchen. So by this time, I got the holiday music. I have to have the instrumental holiday music on, and I'm taking my time cooking my spaghetti. And then I made some green beans. I even put some bacon in it. Very seldom do I do that, but I took my sister's advice.
Oh, that's a no.
Okay, my sister has really great. Now my sister could learn how to cook. So because I didn't have any turkey and stuff like that, it was just one can of green beans. Now I ain't talking about no big old pot of green beans. Now I'm talking about drain the water off, because she told me, she said, stop using the water in the can. So I drained the water off, put the fresh water in, put the salt and pepper, and I do sea salt. Yes, I do, and salt and regular pepper. And then I just put a little bit of bacon just so that it can have that extra little flavor. And then I had garlic bread that was already made. Okay. And what else I had? I think that was it. And then I had
all my menus sound almost similar.
Well, I only had 2 things. You had 14. I'm just saying, I cooked spaghetti and green beans and warmed up some garlic bread. But I did do breakfast every morning. Everything from one morning it was pretty much the same meal. Either I had oatmeal with eggs and something in a meat, or I had potatoes, eggs and a meat, you know what I'm saying? But I gotta have eggs, you know what I'm saying? I gotta have some eggs, whatever it is gonna be in the morning. And of course, I had my orange juice, and I had bought me some really nice Wednesday or Thursday, some of my high-end juice, not just the regular orange juice, but then I always like those small bottles of those cold pressed juices like lemon and mint, and
lemon and mint. Okay, let me guess. Top shelf.
Well, yes, and also things like those, you need the celery and cucumber, all that kind of stuff. What you get when you first walk in Fresh Market over to the right near the vegetables and fruits. Yeah, go over there and get them $4 juices. Now, of course, you can go around the corner and get the big juice for $4, but I'm just saying, sometimes you got to celebrate. It's the holiday. But one thing I did do is I binged watched a lot of shows. I did Harry and Meghan on Netflix. And by Christmas, I binge watched Best Friends final chapters. So that was my holiday. That was really good. And I entered into Kwanzaa, happy Kwanzaa, with me getting out the house, going to see my sis. She had my Christmas gift. And because Friday is
I saw your church cape on Facebook. Can I tell us about that?
Okay, so everybody, December 25th is Jesus's birthday. December 30th
is celebrated anyway.
Right. December 25th is the day we say is Jesus's birthday, and December 30th is Christie Belinda Taylor's birthday. So 2 holy days in the same week, and I've always got 2 for 1. Typically, it's always a 2 for 1 gift. Whatever you got for Christmas really was your birthday, or your birthday was your Christmas. But sometimes you may get a 2 and 2, meaning 1 gift is for Christmas and 1 gift is for your birthday. So my sister, once the weather broke and I went driving yesterday, ran some errands because I had been in the house since Thursday, and ended up at my sis, and she was like, "Oh, good." I said, "Are you here?" Because I texted her, she didn't respond. So I eventually said, "Let's call her." She answered. She said, "I've been out because for those that are in Memphis, a lot of people throughout this county have had low water pressure or no water."
Yeah, Lord. Okay. Did you get that? Did you experience that?
No, thank God. But she's out in the southeast, and apparently the county got it really hard. But anyway, so she said she just came in from getting water, and some frat brothers across the street brought some more water to a lot of them.
You mean to tell me you did not have to boil your water this weekend?
I actually, one day when the kitchen wasn't giving me the highest level of hot water, I did take some of the cold water, but it constantly ran. But I think I didn't let it warm up long enough when it was 1 degree outside. So I boiled some water so I can have warm water to wash my dishes in. But anyway, so I went over there, and she said, "Here's your gift." Now, unlike you, Tina, who slaved over the decorations and the wrapping of the gifts and all like that, my sister brought me a shoebox and a folded up cape. and handed it to me and said, "Here." Now I don't know. I love my sister, and I was grateful because she said, "Put them on," because see, it wasn't just.
What a surprise. Happy birthday, Belinda.
Now, I don't know which was Christmas gift and which was birthday gift because they both were unwrapped. They was unwrapped, but they was mine. So I was like, oh, okay. So she said, "Here." She gave me the shoes first. "Put them on." I'm like, "I got to take my boots off." Yes. So I had to sit down because I thought I was going to run in and run back out because it was around 4 o'clock. It was around 4 o'clock yesterday. You know, we get sunsets at 5:05. So I'm like, I'm on the other side of town. Let me get on. She said, "Put them on." So I said, okay. So I sit down as the younger sister at her dining room table, take my boots off to put on my new Clarks. She said, "These are like Crocs, but better." And they soft and they were, oh my God. And so then of course, I said, she said, because now she's a manager and she walks around when she's at office, when she does have to go in and da. So she gave me a whole story on how
why these Clark shoes are better for you.
Yes, women of a certain age need to start wearing these if you do a lot of walking. So so that was good. Then she said, "Here." Now she done gave me my cape back that's nicely folded. And I said, "What is it?" Because I thought it was a blanket because it was so soft and furry. I love blankets too. Y'all can Okay, Corey. He said, "Why do I hear Mother Taylor in my head?" Exactly. I felt like Mother Taylor yesterday. Corey said he saw the pictures too. Matter of fact, Corey, he had a whole comment on it. But so then I put on, I said, "Oh," she said, "it's a cape." I love throws and I love capes. Anything that's going to make me warm, I love it. So I took it. I said, "Oh, okay, this is cute." She said, "Put it on." I put it on, and sure enough, I spread my wings, ladies and gentlemen, and I felt hallelujah. I just felt like I was in church. I was just I was feeling so. I felt like a gospel singer that was like, we were going to go outside and sing missions in front of the church.
Oh, yeah. Oh, you look like it on the pictures. You look like you were about to go caroling. All you needed was a candy cane earrings. Then you would have looked like you were about to go caroling. Like, okay, where's her little pamphlet, her hymnal book? That's all
I really felt like I could have easily gone outside her house and started singing Christmas carols gospel style. And the choir would have appeared behind me and the people would have come out of their homes. I mean, and then we started laughing. I said, "Girl, I feel so churchy right now." She said, "Did you see?" Started laughing. She said, "You do look like the Clark sisters." Oh, and then then that really got us laughing. And I said, "Girl, take a picture." So then, okay. Oh, Corey said the only thing I needed was the matching Tams from the trim. I know, right?
Oh, Corey.
Especially if I was going to go gospel Christmas carol.
But you know what? It was so cute. It looked so very comfortable. When I saw that, I said, "Ooh." Now I said, "I need one of them." So have her get me one so I won't have to keep sucking in. And you don't have to suck in nothing when you got on one of those capes. You just put it on.
I'm going to tell her too. I'm going to say, Tina said she want one.
Yeah, I'm telling you while I do my transition. I'll tell you about that sooner or later. But yeah, it was cute. It was really cute on you.
Well, and then because because it's colder outside and I haven't been outside, I didn't have my earmuffs and my leather jacket and my boots on when I arrived at her house. But when I left, I just had my earmuffs, the cape, and the new Clarks on, and I had to carry my boots and jacket out the house. And I said, "Well, the car's right there." But actually, I thought I was going to feel a little chill. Girl, that thing was really warm. I was like, okay.
Oh, it's warm too?
It was actually warm.
Help me understand. It disguises the midriff and it keeps you warm. Oh, yeah. I'm in. Give me her cash app. I'm going to cash app her my order right now. My payment.
Oh my God, Corey just said he's about to eat Brock's candy canes while listening to y'all. I love that. Okay, speaking of that,
come on. Brock's to be a sponsor next year.
What you said, and matter of fact, speaking of sponsors, the Christie Taylor Show and the Taylor Tilton's, Tina Tilton's The Blend, we are looking for sponsors as well, because of course you're listening now to the Taylor Tilton Show, which is all part of our Taylor Tilton Tuesdays, the final one of 2022. But our shows are also looking for you all to sponsor and support us. Now, if you all are loving this and feel like, hey, can y'all go one more good year? I feel like we're doing an end of the year donation drive. Support us.
Oh, I like that. Yeah, we should consider doing that. Like those other nonprofit stations.
Because
That's what it feels like.
Yes. So here on this final Taylor Tilton Tuesday of 2022, if you are enjoying what we are doing, we really are looking for those who will show us love and sponsor us and advertise us, small businesses, big businesses. We want to share the love. We are in over 1 million.
You know it's 9:30. You hear that?
Hallelujah. Good morning, everybody. Welcome to the Taylor Tilton Show. Christie Taylor is now officially awake. It's 9:30. That's my real alarm.
And I am officially still sleepy. And I'm waiting on 10 o'clock. Come on, Ian. Just come on.
So the Taylor Tilton Show is brought to you by
Christie Taylor Consulting. Tell them about your business, Christie. And then when you finish, tell them about mine.
Okay, well, the Christie Taylor Consultant is a boutique communications and public relations agency that specializes also in podcast development, voiceover and public speaking training, as well as I teach people how to put together those shows for radio, which partners with the Podcast Center, which is your one-stop shop for audio and visual production, and also partnerships with local radio stations. So not only can you be on television, such as Comcast, or on the podcast platforms like Apple and iHeart and Spotify. You can also now be on local radio like Bump at 96.3 FM. And I'm looking forward to 2023 because I'm looking to get back to teaching those classes. So check us out. Go to TaylorTilton.com. TaylorTilton.com. That's your online destination for all things Taylor and Tilton. I like the way I did
what? That was good. Yeah, I should have recorded that. Is this being recorded? We need to save that clip. Throw it in for the next time that we need to use it.
Oh my God.
Girl, I am so tired. I am so for real. I'm so grateful that you are totally 80-something% carrying the show, because my eyes are so tight still. But I mean, I'm not saying that to get any pity from anybody.
I hear pity.
Seriously. I mean, seriously, outside of the physical tiredness, there has been some emotional tiredness. You know, one of my babies, you know, Sam and I, we've been fostering for 13 years now. And one of my babies had to go yesterday. So.
Oh, Tina. Okay, would you like to share with us, how did she enjoy her Christmas? Because she
had a great time. She did. She enjoyed her Christmas with us. And yes, I am getting emotional, but it's okay because this is just raw, and uncut. And I don't plan on any of this being cut out.
Yes, just be in the moment.
Yeah. And also Sam and I, again, that's my husband. We've been foster parents for 13 years. And we noticed that, you know, this is our season probably is up for this. So that was yet another kind of difficult hard pill for me to swallow. But I understand, and it is needed. It's needed. We do have to, you know, this is a new season. 2023 is a new season. It doesn't take away the hurt, you know, especially when your plans are different than God's plans. God's plans are better. So I totally plan on following him than what I thought could have happened. But it's just draining this season. But I'm gonna get through it. I'll be okay. I'm already okay. It's just still slightly painful or hurtful.
Now, Tina, I you know what you're talking about. Of course, I know that for those, the backstory is that she knew this little girl even when she was a baby. I mean, you all knew some of her family, and she ended up in the system. And you know, you had her one time when she was a little girl, and she came back into your life. And you know, as you say, that you had plans. But let me tell you, I saw something on Twitter. I think it was Halle Berry said, "What would be the 3 words that would best describe 2022?" And you and I both know the year that we've had. So I'm gonna toss that to you since you're in this very vulnerable state. In this
Ooh,
what
I
would be
got
the
I got 3 of them. I got 3 of them.
okay?
Never.
Wait.
In the midst of me crying, just never. And I'm serious. Never. I got my never list right here for you. Let me give you my first one.
Wait. Now, is this for 2023 or 2022?
Yeah,
Okay.
my 2023. Never. I ain't finna do this no more. This is what I ain't finna do no more. My never. Number one, no more fostering. No more foster parents team anymore. I'm sorry. And for those, I'm not saying that this is a bad thing. Again, I'm saying for me and my husband, as for me and my house, we've made a decision that this probably will be our last hurrah. 13 years going on 14, that's probably enough. But there still is a need. So please contact Youth Villages Foster Care Agency if you have an interest, because it is a really good cause and one that's scriptural as well. But never. No more fostering. Number one. Number two, never. No more taking 6 months for my dog to get her heart guard pills. Lord have mercy, the vet called and said, do you know Kennedy has not had her pills in 6 months? I said, no, I didn't. Let me bring her in. And they said, well, when you bring her in, it's going to cost an extra $170 something, because now you got to get her heart, you got to get her heart tested for worms. I said, Lord have mercy, when I could have just bought a $7 pill. Oh, Lord have mercy. Okay. So, never. Never waiting 6 months again to get my dog's heart guard medicine. I forgot. Girl, I just forgot. Let's see what else. Oh, never. No more buying my 8-year-old daughter clothes from the children's aisle. That child ain't with no children clothes. That child is in adult smalls. I'm sorry. Never. We can't do that anymore. My baby is stout. My baby's stout. Never staying my same weight again. Why I get I had a nutritionist call me on Wednesday. I did ask for help in the nutrition department. So my primary care physician sent me over to or referred me to a nutritionist. How do you say it? Okay,
nutritionist.
And he called, and boy, did he get on me. He was like, you can't do this, you can't do that, you can't eat this. But he made several compromises for me in the midst of this. Because I said, Dr. Cole, big shout outs to him, by the way. I said, if you're telling me to never eat fried chicken again, I'm going to lose. I'm going to lose this battle for sure. So you probably, I'm serious. So the better thing for you to do is to tell me how much I can eat. That way I can stay in that parameter. So he told me to limit my fried foods to at least twice a week. I said, okay, I can do that. So because they have a weight goal for me within the next 3 months. So never will I be this weight again in 2023, unless, I become pregnant. I'll say that. But that couldn't happen. But I'm just saying, I mean, I don't want to be small and then not gain weight if I'm pregnant. I don't need to do that to that baby. I don't need to do that to that baby. And never am I running a radio station without proper equipment. I'm done. I can't even get that out right, but I'm done. No more. Never. You get your stuff working right, then we got it. And yes, that's out there in the open. Never. I ain't doing it. That's my New Year's resolution. But I'm calling it my never list.
Your never list. Well, that is some strong never. So never will be her 3 words from her 2022 in review, because as she stated, what her never in 2023 with the new year in view is, I ain't gonna do what I did this year.
I ain't doing that. I'm telling you, I ain't doing that.
What I did this year. So that's what you learned, to not do some things. So for you, 2022 was a lesson in what not to do.
Yes, it cost me physically, emotionally, financially, just never. And I'm gonna take that. Now I gotta give my husband big shout outs for that, because I told him, we were talking on the phone, and I said, I'm gonna be like this song, baby. Never. I said, just stop right there. Don't worry about the rest of the lyrics. Just never. And he said, "Oh, you should make that a Christie. You should make that a Taylor Tilton topic." I said, "I
Yes.
will."
We give a shout out to Sam. Thank you, Sam,
So
for the days.
yeah, for producing the show and things. Go ahead, baby. Thank you.
Well, you know something. I can't say I'm gonna say never, but I can borrow what?
What? Oh, okay. So those are your 3 words. What?
Girl, 2022 was a what? Like
tell us about it.
Okay, now I will say this, that 2022 really was a entry out of 2021. I do get this. I do understand that, with the passing of my beloved mother, who I love dearly to this day, I was in the I had grief brain. That's what my therapist told me. He said, Lord Jesus, Corey done got a song. He's like, never.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. That's where I got it from.
I said, what? Mine is more, what? Like, what else? Like, what else is going to happen? Jesus. Because I tell you, as you know, but I'm going to tell you also, but even in that, what? Like, it's a, what else can happen? Oftentimes we look at it from, the blows that I was getting, really trying to get off the ropes, because that was the year I felt like, dang, I'm up against the ropes this year. Like I am, what's that, Rocky? And I was in Rocky 1, 2, 3, Creed 1, 2, and 3. I'm like, I got to get off the ropes.
Adrian.
And Tina was calling me, you know what I'm saying? Tina trying to tell me, give me the smelling salt, you know what I'm saying? And for that, I want to say I'm grateful, but it really was a what? Like, what? Like, what else? But I tell you, in the midst of that, as I made strong decisions around the middle of, around Mother's Day and around Thanksgiving and going to Christmas, I made a decisive decision to make sure I reconnected with my therapist so that I could, what? Okay, that's what we doing. Oh, that's how we respond. Oh, that's how we get off the ropes. Okay, that's how we're going to bounce back. Giving me and reminding me of the tools that I have within myself to come off the ropes and get a lick in. If I couldn't get a lick in, at least remember how to, the technique of what they say, bobbing and weaving. If I couldn't get a lick in, just don't get hit no more.
That's good. That's a very good analogy and illustration of how I recall your 2022 being. And you know what? And you did. You weaved, you bobbed, and you ducked. No, I'm serious. And so shucks, I mean, you may not have won the fight per se, but did you? I mean, do you feel like you won the 10 rounds? How many rounds are in a boxing? 10,
somebody drop a comment of how many rounds are in a boxing match, because this was a year of being in the boxing ring. I think by the middle of the year, definitely by the last quarter of 2022, I was bobbing, weaving, and ducking. And I probably hit him in the knee a couple of times. Look, that's as far as I get. You know how you hit him in the knee. Now I didn't do like Mike Tyson and start biting ears and stuff, but I definitely was avoiding the licks. And I started finding, and I want to give a shout out in this moment to several people, but because Tina's on here, I'm definitely going to say her, Nicole Gates, Laverne Reed, even Michael Adrian Davis. There have been certain people from my life throughout the years that started, and I had even people who hadn't talked to me in years. I mean, some in decades, who felt me. 12 rounds. Corey said 12 rounds at a boxing match. So, okay. So 12 rounds, 12 months, that coincides.
Yeah, that's right.
I literally had people who would reach out to me who had not talked to me in years on a regular basis, and they would call me out of the blue, which is Adrian. I mean, like literally, Christie, like get off the ropes. I felt you. I had this one young man who I went to Oral Roberts University, and he texted me. He and his wife they texted me late last night. Because I sent everybody a lot of Christmas, salutations over the weekend. And, he even called one time, I mean, at a really weird time, saying you're on my mind. And it was moments like that, ladies and gentlemen, that I knew that God and all of the holy angels had people that I was still on God's mind.
I'm sorry. He may have been trying to tell me to, but my line was busy.
No, your line was clear. You heard God clearly, but I'm saying those, but because I, number one, I live alone. My sister is here, but my brother's out of town, and with mom being gone because we were so close, it was God's reminder to me that while I can't talk to my mom every single day, 2 or 3 times a day, that he will have people who I haven't spoken with pick me up in the spirit and give me a phone call or send me a text.
Yeah.
So when I said, what? But even that became, by the last quarter of the year, bobbing and weaving and dodging and trying to hit the knees and scramble up off the mat, that I got you, sis. Like, that should be my now 2023 is I got you. God has always told me that through pivotal times in my life, like, what? And now I feel like that, what is about to be like, what? God, you finna hook me up like that? Like that? I feel that. Now, that's what I'm now feeling for 2023. So why you get the nevers, I got the what, God, you finna give me double for my trouble. You about to really, restore with a cankerworm in a way. Like, you really couldn't have, help me bounce back stronger than I ever was. And I will tell you that the last 2 pictures, including my picture y'all laughing about it, y'all be sure to go to my Facebook page to see my church lady Kate. People have been saying when I went to the 40th anniversary the other weekend, I took a picture just to kind of catch the outfit, because I hadn't been in another shiny in a long time. And people are like, oh, you look so cute. And even with me laughing yesterday with my sister and she capturing that moment, somebody posted under that picture, you look so happy. So if that's the win, Tina, that's the win.
Yeah. Happiness and joy.
12 rounds of bobbing and weaving, and a couple of times early in the year, getting knocked down. Like, you got knocked out, baby. Even throughout the year, I would want to post sometime like, this is what falling apart looks like. But God has been so faithful because he is. And I ain't trying to get super, I'm a hallelujah girl. I know I was on the hallelujah radio for years, but I will say that love surrounds us, in that God's love is manifested by the people you are surrounded by. So pick your tribe carefully.
I like that. I like that. I do. And you know what? I can say too, for me, I know I said my never list, and I'm still holding on to that. But I do know that there is a season coming where, there is double for your trouble, where God is doing his thing in my life too. But I did tell Sam, I said, I feel like I have to detox first.
Yes.
So that's probably what I do.
You better detox. And I'm going to tell you, me and my sister was talking about Brother Franco Taylor. Y'all remember Brother Franco Taylor with the
I do remember him. Yeah.
Well, we don't went online trying to find him. She don't found him. He don't have. She said he got it in the. And I know you're talking about detox, emotionally, spiritually, physically, all that. But when I tell you that we was looking for them clean sweep so we can detox our colon.
Yeah.
And because even with that, honestly, while you have actually gotten a doctor to give you a nutritionist to talk to you, but I have been feeling a need, because I am turning 57 this week. Hallelujah. Corey,
you've been feeling clogged.
I've been feeling right for real. Wait a minute, Corey. Corey, he's so crazy. He said, I was going to say, Christie put on the cape and minister. You did it automatically. Blame it on the cake, though. Blame it on my birthday cake. But yeah, I have felt like starting the top of next year. And to this point, I want to give a shout out, like I said, to people who hit me up. And even yesterday, somebody said, hey, I'm going to cash app you some money so you can sign up for this online meditation training so that you can start your year off clear. Another person, and literally she sent me $50 saying to go to this link. And she basically paid for me to sign up for a meditation webinar, training, classes. She said, because I want you to start the year off stronger. Then another person I interviewed one time, one of my people we interviewed, she sent me a text about a month ago was saying her and some of her friends, I think they live in Florida, they were going to read these books starting the year off. And I ordered it when I got some of that money from one of my classes. I said, I'm going to invest in me. This is going to be my gift to myself. And those books came in last week. So even us having this conversation, like, never, and what?
Yeah.
Baby, we are going to, matter of fact, detox in 2023.
Yeah.
Detox. That's going to be, I'm going to set that as my strongest and intention. You know, I do believe in resolution goals and aspirations, and I do understand the power of setting those intentions. And you've set some really strong ones. And so I'm going to join you in the detox mode of detoxing myself physically, mentally, spiritually, emotionally, even any relationships that are still toxic. But most of my relationships are pretty clean. I would say most of them are loving and supportive, or making sure I stay in the right vein in those relationships. And speaking of that, okay, I got to, before we go, because it's almost time to go, and I got to tell y'all that.
I know. We got to sing Old Lang Syne before we leave.
Oh, I got you covered on that. I got you covered on that. Now, you know, only one resolution while I was bobbing and weaving and ducking.
You made a resolution? Okay.
At the top of 2022, I started the year off saying in January on one of our earliest shows, I said, this is a year for love for me, honey. Remember?
I do remember that. You
Okay.
found, wait a minute, you found it before, in this last hour?
No. I was bobbing and weaving too much. But when I tell you,
Lord, now mercy. Okay.
now I don't know if people normally carry over a resolution, but I'm going to carry that one over to 2023. And speaking of the person who sent me the $50 so I could sign up for the meditation, she said, I see for you a loving relationship. I said,
Whoa.
I said, that's that 2022 resolution, goal, inspiration, and aspiration, and intention.
Whoa.
Honey, I'm taking it over. So anybody that knows a good, solid, loving, stable, single, ain't got drama man, preferably African-American, but I will do other nations and nationalities, but preferably African-American. Y'all, you know, Tina.
Have him send a shout out to you. That's what you were trying to say. Have him holler.
Well, the first thing he could do is support the Taylor Tilton Show and the Taylor Tilton Hour. Listen, you know, donate, advertise his business.
Oh, Lord, you already running him away because he'll say, oh, she just wants money. She's all about money.
Well,
Let the man alone. Let the man find you. Let the man find you first.
Hold on. At this stage and age, I need him to be wealthy, rich, and prosperous. Come on now.
He might be that, but he may not want to share that right off top. I'm just saying, be open just to let him find you first and then without supporting.
Wait a minute, the Saint said that she go messing up. Well, if he's stingy up front, I don't want him. I want a generous man.
He said, "Want a generous man."
I want a man that's generous from the gate.
Oh,
remember back in the day, they used to call those guys, what they call them, cakes?
Cakes.
Cake men. I don't know what they used to call them.
I have no idea.
With a man that they say always giving and giving. Well, I call him a generous man, blessed of the Lord. That's what I'm gonna call him. That's what I say. Look at you, you're generous and blessed of the Lord.
Okay.
It's like going to the club. Remember going to the club, the guy who would buy you and your friends a drink? Oh, 9 times out of 10, you was gonna start dating that dude because he the guy that would send you and your girlfriends to Dominican Republican. Come on, you dating that dude for at least a 6-month run.
Yeah. I see. Okay. So that's where you're getting at. Okay. Gotcha. Well, honey, let's roll that over for you in 2023. I like that. And you know what? You deserve it. Getting to know you. What you got? How do we get to know Christie Taylor? What's a getting to know you?
Okay, y'all don't know that I wear a size 9 and 9.5 shoe. Okay, that's what y'all don't know. So if I prefer black pumps. I prefer black pumps. I don't ever buy colored shoes. I need to, but black.
Oh, Amy, help her.
Thank you. Yes, Amy, in 2023, I need to add color to my accessories in my shoes.
Yes, you do. Only black pumps. Okay, pumps. I mean, okay, 9.5 black shoe. Okay. Well, at least I know that. Well, for me, getting to know you with us about to embark upon 2023, most people do make their New Year's resolutions. I really don't have any per se. I do have my never list, but
We're
when
gonna count
people,
those. We're gonna
I
count
know,
those.
but you know what? Because I was in the grocery stores heavily this past week, I saw a lot of black eyed peas on the shelves for
Mm.
sale. You know those black eyed peas be on sale. Why in the world? Let me ask that before I get to my getting to know you. Why do people? What's the deal with the black eyed peas? Do you know the history of that? Because I don't.
Well, I mean, I hear that, okay, back in the day, probably under slave times, it was enslaved African Americans, that
Mhm.
they would eat black eyed peas and another vegetable as you went into the new year for good luck. Now, even us talking
Why they
about,
chose that one? Do you know?
well, probably that's, well, based on the fact that we probably got the leftovers of what was, it probably was just like this will be eaten. And by even, okay. Cora said, Amy, yes, you need a little assistance. Black doesn't go with everything. I got you though. Thank you, sis. Thank you, Amy. She said, I'm gonna get you out of that black. Now, okay,
Oh, good.
hold on. But I believe that one thing, let me say black eyed peas. I'm gonna look it up real quick. New Year.
Mm, okay, yeah.
Hold
'Cause I've always wondered what,
on.
and
Okay,
all
here
I
it
have
is.
to do
Here
is
it
Google it.
is.
But,
Black eyed
okay.
peas. Okay, black eyed peas history can be, oh, forgive me, God. The God of the universe, black eyed pea history can be traced back to Africa, but trade
Oh,
routes made them common through Europe and India. The mid-sized peas are typically beans, but they made their ways to North America via slave ships by the 1700s. And so the black eyed pea, the New Year's luck part. Well, come on, give me the full history, ladies and gentlemen. Why is it considered good luck to eat black eyed peas? I eat them year round, so that's a praise the Lord.
oh
Okay.
yeah, yeah.
I
Me
know.
too.
Okay.
But around this time of year, oh yeah, they are for sale. They are on every end of the aisle in every store, and I'm just like, well, so while Christy is looking that up, I'll tell you now. My getting to know you, Tina Tilton does not eat black eyed peas on New Year's Eve, and let me tell you what I will be eating this year:
Well,
sautéed carrots, honey. Sautéed carrots, honey. I gotta have my nutritionist say I can't eat all this stuff. So I am starting my year off right. We gonna start this thing all right. That's DJ Jimmy. You don't know nothing about that, Christy.
I
But
don't.
nonetheless, I'm gonna
Hold
kick it
on.
off healthy.
Hold on.
Sauteed carrots, no black eyed peas.
Okay, well, I'm saying that it's a Southern tradition and belief that eating black eyed peas on New Year's Eve will bring prosperity to you in the new year. And yes, okay. And
Oh, it's a
don't do my,
southern thing.
it's
Okay.
first of all, probably just the very fact that we have been eating it since the ancestors before time, symbolizing prosperity. Greens also, spinach greens symbolizes money.
Oh, baby, we need to go get some spinach greens
Spinach
today.
greens and black eyed peas. So you might not eat them, but yes, we are definitely okay. But we do collard greens. I prefer the collards.
He
The
ain't
collard.
say that though. He
Well,
said spinach.
well,
You
but
gotta stick to the script.
but Tina, they also said black eyed peas that you also not gonna eat. So come on now.
No, I ain't eating that.
Oh,
No, my nutritionist.
that's right. Black eyed peas is actually a bean. She would be fine with Sister Sugar Rose. Wait a minute.
I ain't saying that. Okay, so she's getting that from because the nutritionist said to me not to eat any bread this holiday season. Matter of fact, he said cut out bread completely. He said no bread, no cornbread. And I said,
Oh,
what?
God.
And then
See
he
now,
said, if you're gonna eat bread, eat yeast rolls. Those are good for you. And I
oh,
said, okay. So of course, when I made my Christmas menu, there they were. 20 Mrs. Schobers, whatever her name is, yeast rolls were right there, $7.50 at Walmart. I said, I'm taking them. I'm taking those home and I'm preparing those for our meal for Christmas. And that's what
well,
I did. I
something.
gotta make them healthy.
Okay, well let's say this as we come to the last 60 seconds of our Taylor Tilton Tuesday, the Taylor Tilton Show, a prelude to the Taylor Tilton Hour, Christie Taylor Show, and Tina Tilton's The Blend. Thank you, Tina, for being my friend.
Thank you for being mine too.
And thank you all so much for joining us for yet another year of the Taylor Tilton Show. We really appreciate you all supporting us. These are new ways for us to share who we are with the world, and we appreciate you so much. Oh, Rodney, thank you for your last statement. Y'all heard about the superstition that the first person into your house should be a man for good luck. Well, all right then. Praise the Lord, everybody. I hear God speaking. And with that being said, go ahead, Tina.
Oh, wow, you guys. Happy New Year. Thank y'all for listening. God bless. Good night.